Everyone, I'm 10 minutes late today. Sorry about that. I'm just finding myself on my laptop, make sure everything is the right way round. I'm just finding myself on, looks like I'm right way round. That's a blessing. And it also looks like I might be okay with my OBS streaming um, thingy. That is the technical word. So that's good. Okay, hi everyone. So this is my card and a cuppa Facebook Friday. I've got my cuppa sort of gone down, it's receded, but it's good. So I hope that doesn't freeze this week. I don't know why it was doing that last week. I will switch over to my desk and let's see how we go. Okay, so Okay, so today I'm going to play with the Lights Aglow suite of products. That's in the mini catalogue, July to December mini catalogue. And it was my favourite suite when this catalogue came out. Sadly, it was the most expensive one, but that's okay. You don't have to buy the whole collection. You can buy pieces of it. I had to buy the whole collection. So it comes with two stamp sets. The suite comes with two stamp sets and dies, but you can get those separately. Like you don't have to buy both of them. You can get one or the other. It comes with this gorgeous golden vanilla satin edged ribbon. These festive pearls, which I'm using a lot on lots of projects. It's got the glimmer specialty paper in evening evergreen berry vanilla and gold. It's got the festive foils specialty paper, and it's cherry cobbler soft, succulent and gold. And then it's got this gorgeous 6x6 designer series paper pack, specialty pack, and it's got the gold foil on it as well. So it's a beautiful suite. Anything out of the suite on its own is beautiful. I love it. So that's what we're going to play with today, and a couple of punches, because if you're a beginner crafter, punches are really good tools to start with. So you don't have to go for the dies, which require a die cutting machine. You can start off with punches, and punches are great. So that's what we're playing with in the mini catalogue on page 30 and 31. So this is my little very simple card. It's just stamps, ink, paper, and a punch, bit of ribbon, and then some bling. I can't help myself. I can't not put ribbon and bling on. I just can't do it. So this was my first little practice, and I didn't space my pieces out very well, so I had to trim the centre pieces down, but it still looked okay. But I'm just showing you what you can do with scraps. I've got a lot of scraps because it's a 6x6 paper pack. I've got a lot of scraps when I cut for card classes left over. So this is a really great way of using your scraps, your scrap designer series paper, because it's too beautiful to throw out. Let's just face it. So that's the soft succulent and evening evergreen combo. And the punches I'm using are the double oval punch. So you get one that fits inside the other. I just used this one, the larger one. And I'm also using the bow punch. So it's just punches out two little sprigs, just so you can tuck in behind things and just, tizzy up a card a little bit. So let's put that up there. And this time I'm going to do it in cherry cobbler paper. So I've got my piece of cherry cobbler, and what I've done is I really like when it's an A4 piece of cardstock cutting it down this way. Sometimes we generally cut it this way and fold it in half, but especially at Christmas I really like going this way because cards can stand up, but also if you've got Venetians, we've got those plastic wood looking Venetians, or if you've got the shutters. What do you call those shutters? I can't remember. I've gone completely blank. You can hang your Christmas cards on those. So that's why I like doing it this way, cutting the A4 cardstock down the middle lengthways sometimes. So that's just a me thing. So I've got 2 pieces of very vanilla. Yeah. So one will be our insert. So if we look in here, I've just stamped Merry Christmas inside on our insert. And one will be our card front. So I shall put my insert away. Now, because I didn't get this very well spaced, because I wanted the top and the bottom to match up with the top right and bottom left corner, and I didn't space it very well. So that's why I trimmed it down and put a couple of skinnier strips in here. I've actually put a little piece of, no, not a little piece of, I put some pencil marks where I want to start my strips of paper. Now I'm going to put that there and I'm going to sneeze, which I don't want to do. Excuse me. I'll have a sip of coffee, see if that helps. Okay, so I put, knowing that I'm going to start up in the top right corner, I've put my little pencil mark there where I want my first piece to go. And then, not sure how I'm working these. I've also put, no, I think I wanted that, that, I think that's how I worked it. I've also put, where did I put it? Yeah. So if I line this one up in the bottom left corner and put my piece of paper there on my pencil mark, I know that I'm gonna, well, let's hope and pray, hey, that I'm going to get my pieces lined up properly. I just want a little gap between them. So I'm hoping that that's going to work for me. So I'm going to get my nail out and I'm going to do it this way. So just on the back of your piece of paper, just put your adhesive on the back, and I'm using my silicone sheet so that the bits hanging over aren't going to stick to my paper underneath. So I'm putting it where the pencil mark is and lining it up into the top corner. I'm just pressing that down. I might do my bottom piece first, next. And once again, I'm going to put my bottom piece lined up on the bottom left corner and my top piece lined up on my pencil mark, like so. So this is just a perfect thing to do when you've got scraps left over. Well, that's right, I wanted the Bocco or Boco one as well. That's right, that's what I'm doing. Remember now. So now I'm just going to put the next piece, just leaving a little space between the first one. And just put that down. And I'm going to put my second bottom piece on. Once again, leaving a little space. I hope I've got this right. Doesn't look like I have. Oh, pretty close. Nobody's going to know. Yeah, that'll do. We can put a sentiment over it if it's not quite right. I'm making it harder for myself by doing it at an angle. If I was just to do it straight across, it would be a lot easier. In fact, I'm just going to straighten these up a little bit. There we go. I might move this up a little bit. I think I'm happy with it. So I'm just going to peel that off my silicone sheet. And I'm going to get my scissors and just cut the overhanging pieces off. The weather doesn't know what it's doing today. Hasn't known what it's doing for a long time, has it? So I'm just wanting to show you that just with scraps of paper or strips of paper, you can make quite a pretty card. I am going to get my desk is so messy. It's not funny. I've really got to sort this desk out. So that's how simple the card front is. Simple as. Now, with this one, I did get my not my evening evergreen, my soft succulent, and just blend it a little bit top and bottom. I'm not going to do that with cherry cobbler because that's just asking for trouble. And I do not want to do that. No matter which way I go, round. So that's that. Now, sticky on my brand new piece of paper for November. So this is my host code for November. If you want to place an online order with me, just go to my blog, stampingpassionblogspot.com, and over on the right-hand side, there's a photograph of jacaranda trees with the host code on it. If you click on that photo, it'll take you to my online store and you'll start shopping with me on the Stamping Up website. So that'd be great if you'd like to place an order. And for beginner stampers or card makers, our kits collection is really, really good. So have a look at the kits collection because they're all inclusive kits. You get everything you need to make. Generally, there are 9 cards in a kit, and they're just fantastic. I love our kits. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to get my bow punch, and this time I'm going to tee it up some glimmer paper out of the suite. So I think I'll go down here. You can see I've been using this paper for other die cuts. So that's one little bow. And I might do, oops, see, I keep all these scraps because you can cut little bits. I might do the gold for the bigger leaf. Actually, we'll get 2 golds this way, so I might stick an extra one on. Going through the glimmer paper is a little bit harder, so that's why I had to push down harder. If you're just going through regular cardstock, the punches don't take that much muscle. It doesn't look like I'm frozen today. I don't know what was going on last week, but that's okay. So you can see that this punch is really handy. It gives you some little die cuts, punched out pieces that we can trim our card with. Now I've got this scrap vanilla. I'm going to bring the sentiment stamp set in for this one. Now this one I obviously used 'Tis the Season. I might just use Joy this time, and that gives it a little bit of difference. I don't think, oh yeah, that would fit. Okay, all is merry and all is bright. Yeah, that fits too. That's a good way of working out if things are going to fit in your sentiments. So all is merry and bright. Wishing. I might go with that one actually. Change your mind. All is merry, all is bright. I'll just put that onto my block, and I shall get my cherry cobbler down. And just stamp it up here just to make sure it's okay. Yes, I haven't got it straight on my block. That's a bit stupid. I've got a feeling I could have mounted this one not so well. I did. So let's see. That's not very good. Let's see if we can punch that out better than my mounting of it. Terrible. I'm just sort of lining it up in my punch and twisting it to be straight. Hoping I can wing this. Looks like it is. And we shall put this, I'll close this up. And I will just grab my daubers because I might go around that with a dauber. Now where's cherry cobbler? Cherry cobbler is. What I will do is bring my scrap back in and see if there's enough on the dauber. Not really. Cherry cobbler is one of those colours you've got to work very easily with because it's a darker colour and you can get into a hot mess with it. And you don't want to do that. So we sell daubers in packs of 5. I think they're $10 or $9 something for a pack of 5. And they're a great little tool to start with as well if you're starting out. I shall bring my dimensionals in. And I'm just going to put one on either end of my oval punch because I want to be able to tuck in my little sprays of, they're not really greenery, are they? But I want to be able to tuck them in. So I'm going to put that right there and get my glue dots. So dimensionals and glue dots are all consumable products that can be used, like are your first sort of things to buy in your craft supplies. I'm just pushing that onto a glue dot and 2 little ones here. I'm going to stick that under here, like so. Press that down, and I've got these 2 little ones. So your consumables are always things you need to have in your craft supplies if you're a beginner card maker. I might stick this one under here too, like so. And if I want to secure, if I don't like them sort of standing up like that and I want to put them down, I just get my pokey tool and I'm going to put it underneath one of the leaves and press it down. And if it's a smaller area, you just squeeze your glue dot together and press it down. And one more. Under this one. You don't want them sort of hanging out and getting stuck on things. I need those for some ribbon because I'm not going to be able to stop. Okay, so that's looking really nice now. And let me see, what else do I want to do? I want to have another sip of coffee. Okay, so we'll bring our sample card back in. we've got the beautiful gold and vanilla ribbon here. So I will make a bow with that. So that's part of the sweet collection as well. But as I said, you can buy all of this stuff individually. You don't need to buy it all in one big hit. And it's just a beautiful suite of products. I love it. Love it. Was at the shops this morning and all the Christmas decorations are well and truly out now. So that's making it a bit real that Christmas is only just around the corner. Now, did I do that very well or is that the other way around? Let's have a look. Okay. I'll stick that onto a glue dot, press it down and pull it up. And that gives you a little sticky glue dot on the back. And I'm going to press it down here, like so. And I could put this up on dimensionals on my card base, but I'm not. I'm going to adhere it with glue. And just line it up. Now let me just get a tissue. I've got a feeling I haven't folded my card front properly. And that's not good. I don't like that. So I shall fold this. That's better. Glad I saw that before I stuck my card front down. My card down. And just stick a little bit more glue. Which side did I? This one. So while I was at the shop this morning, I actually bought a couple of Christmas presents. I just saw a couple of things and I thought, I'm having those. So I guess I have officially started Christmas shopping. We don't have a lot of people to buy for, so it's not a big issue, Christmas shopping in our house. Okay, so that's our card front. They look very similar but quite different. And now what do I want? My festive pearls from the suite. I used some old retired in colour gems for this card, for my sample card. But the festive pearls that are in this suite are so nice. And look at that. There's some red ones just left for me. My pokey tool, what did I do with that? The back. So I shall get a couple of these. There. And got one left. But you've got to do odd number. No, I'm not going to do an odd number. I'm going to be a rebel today and put this one here. I'm a rebel. So that's decorate. See, I can't help myself. Bling and ribbon, I just have to do. Now this is our insert for our card. Okay. And let's have a look and see. All is merry and bright. That one. Wishing you a season of hope and light. I like that. That sounds nice. Let's hope I can get this straight and I don't bring my head in too much. That's pretty good. Always a bit of a miracle when that happens. Especially on a live or a video. I shall get my glue back. And there we go. Get my insert. And just put it in inside your card with a border around it, an even border all the way around. Now, that is a super simple card with just a few tools, a couple of punches are the tools required for this card. So if you're starting out on your card making crafting supplies, our punches are really good tools to have. You can do a lot with them. They're in the annual catalogue. There are some in the annual catalogue. I believe there could be some in the mini catalogue. Sometimes they go with the stamp sets that you're looking that match, but you don't have to buy them matching a stamp set. I was looking at one earlier today, and I think I will get it. And it does match a bundle, but I think I'll just get it for the punch. Just get the punch. This lasting label punch. It looks like a really good, nice punch that can hold a sizable sentiment. But I'm not going to get the bundle that it matches with. I'm just going to get the punch. Here's another one. Label Me Lovely, decorative circle. So there, Label Me Fancy. These are double oval punch. So these ones match some stamp sets. But these ones are great for sentiments. So have a look in the annual catalogue if you're starting out and you want a few tools to start with. The punches are really good to go to start your crafting supplies off with. So that's let me see if I can do this. Just see if I can do this. Oh, I think I did it. That's my card and a cuppa for today. I hope you enjoyed that card, and it's just stamps, ink and paper and a couple of punches. And your ribbon and bling, you accumulate that as you start collecting craft supplies. So it's not a complicated card. These strips are 1.5 centimetres wide. Let me double check that. Telling a lie. Yes, 1.5 centimetres wide. So let's go back down to the card. Yes, so they're 1.5 centimetres wide, those strips. And yeah, I've just laid them across the card front and cut off the excess and then attach the card front to the card base. And it's a beautiful, simple card, but it's just lovely and it's handmade. How good is that you can do a handmade card for somebody? So if you'd like to order any craft supplies, please let me know. I'm happy to help you out and get you started on your crafting journey. And I hope everyone has a great rest of the day and a lovely weekend. So I'll see you on Monday for my Makeup Monday. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.